Hello. Um, this lesson is stimulating economic growth. What is economic growth? What is economic growth? Before Adam Smith, do you remember Adam Smith? We mentioned Adam Smith when we talked about economic systems. Adam Smith, the writer of the father of capitalism, and the writer of the book The Wealth of Nations. Before Adam Smith, people believed that the wealth or the economic growth depended on the population of any country. As the population grows, more people pay taxes, so the treasury of the country is full of money. Before Adam Smith, economic growth was believed to depend on population size. As it increases, more taxes are paid, so the treasury of the economy is full. Another perception or perspective of economic growth, what is known as mercantilism. Mercantilism defined economic growth as the amount of exports a country is able to do. Exports. Once the economy exports a lot of money comes into the country, which makes the treasury full again, and this means that the economy has grown. However, this is not true. What is true is what Adam Smith believed to be the economic growth. So what is economic growth according to Adam Smith? According to Adam Smith, economic growth depends on the productive capacity of the economy. How much can it produce real goods and services? How much can the economy produce goods and services? So according to him, yes, he believes that population has an impact. How? Because when population is growing, there is more labor force, more workers who can produce. So population is related to economic growth, but not in the sense of paying taxes. In the sense that we have a larger labor force, which is capable of producing more. On the other hand, taxes to him is something that hinders economic growth. If producers will have to pay more taxes, they will not be motivated to produce more. If people will pay more taxes, they will have less money to spend on goods and services. Their demand will be lower and there will be no need to increase production. So, according to Adam Smith, it is the productive capacity of the economy. How is population related to economic growth? We said that when population increases, the labor force rises, population increases. Labor force is more, higher, productive capacity, higher. However, we also had discussed the relation between the increase in population and the standard of living. If you remember when we studied GDP, how does population affect economic growth? It affects it in another way. Now, if real GDP increases by 10%, for example, real GDP means all the goods and services produced. However, population increased by 20%. These are hypothetical numbers. There's no growth rate as 10% and there's no population growth rate of 20%. How would we end up? We end up that every person gets less goods and services. And that's why we talked about real per capita GDP. So the relation between population and economic growth is that real GDP increases per person to have economic growth. That's it for now. Bye bye.